Hi, Rob. How are you?
I'm good, David. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm excited.
Wait, what are we doing here on a Thursday?
This is weird. We're out of our normal our mode. This is a new show.
Yes, it's a new once a month show for now.
Should we say welcome to the Nest Sessions?
Welcome to the Nest Sessions.
We debated for a long time about what this would be called.
We had a lot of clever names for it, but I think both of us were maybe too insecure with trying to be too clever with it.
Completely.
So we went with the most neutral.
Yeah, it's bird related. It's a nest. It's a session. It feels sort of warm. I think it's going to work. If we hate it, we can change it, but I kind of love it.
I'm into it so far too.
So this is a new show that we're going to do once a month. It is separate to our normal show, Flightless Bird. Still keeps going as per normal. But what we've kind of figured out as we've gotten to know each other is we are both pretty music obsessed. We've been to shows together. We love music.
Well, we both kind of worked in music in past lives
we did.
Too.
Yeah, we brushed up against those worlds a lot.
We became fast friends over music because of the Veils.
Yeah.
It was the only New Zealand thing that I knew. And that first time on Zoom, I was like, hey, you're in New Zealand.
Yeah,
you know this band? And you were like, actually.
That was one of our very first combos about 4 years ago now, was about music.
It was.
And we've been to a bunch of shows here. And obviously, music has bled into Flightless Bird. The emo episodes were a lot of fun. I think we're both also deeply aware that Flightless Bird isn't a music show. So we thought, why don't we make this thing that we make once a month where we find a musician who we love and are intrigued by, and we basically get them in the studio with us and we talk to them about a specific bit of American culture that they know about.
Yeah, or an experience they have or something they grew up with. I think we both love music and we don't want to do just band interviews either.
I spent 10 years of my life almost in New Zealand interviewing bands about music. And there's only so many times you can say to someone, what's the coolest show you played?
Yeah. How did you guys come up with the name of your band?
Yeah, the number of times I cringeworthily said that to people.
But we also are friends with so many musicians. And I think people that are drawn to being musicians and doing it professionally, there is something magical and creative about them. And there is almost always one or two things that are very distinct to them. So I think the idea of this is like really curate a topic that they have an expertise in or grew up in, or
something that they can speak to incredibly specifically. We're going to talk to them about that. And then at the end, they're going to give a beautiful musical performance as well, which is, I'm excited about that.
Well, yeah. I mean, what we love these people for is also showing off this like magic power that they have.
Yeah, which I'm not musical at all. And I am spellbound by that stuff. And also, like, just secretly for us, it's an excuse. We get to have a musician we love and we get to watch them play in this space and then share it with people. It's kind of incredible.
Yes.
But yeah, we didn't want this show to be just us quizzing a musician about the music. We wanted them to come and share something specific about America that they know.
Yeah, and really marry it with what the show is already.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't want to take away from what we're already making, but hopefully got this little nest over here that can...
I like that. It's its own little thing.
Grow into its own little hatchling, right?
Really good. Okay, so our first guest. Tell us about them, Rob, please.
Our first guest is a friend of mine, Anthony Green.
Beautiful man, beautiful human.
We'll let him kind of talk about himself a little bit. So yeah, let's talk to Anthony.
Anthony Green, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You have a black plastic bag next to you, which I understand contains one of your potentially sort of favorite American treats.
This is like a childhood memory in this trash bag.
Okay.
Here.
I thought this could be a good place to start because this is a show about me trying to learn about American culture. I think Rob is also learning along with me.
Yeah, I don't know a lot.
What is in the bag?
All right. So first, I just want to say I just love this. This is a Philadelphia treat. Okay. And it makes sense to me that it comes like this. This is how we do it.
Okay. This is authentic.
Not fancy. I grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia, and this was in every lunch that got packed for me. This was like when I went to work. This was in my house. Like all of these. I'm gonna pull this one out first because this is my current favorite.
There's multiple things in this bag.
There's multiple things in this bag. We're gonna try some food today. Okay, we're gonna have a little food tour of. This is Tasty Cakes.
Okay.
This is a little Pennsylvania treat.
Is it only in Pennsylvania?
What started out was only in Pennsylvania, but now it's like they're in Florida and they ship all over the country.
Because I've never seen that.
All right, take a look.
What is it? So what is it? You can't just say tasty cake. Like
I know.
It's a normal thing. It's a lemon pie, it says?
Tasty cake it's dimensional.
Okay.
There are many things that are a tasty cake.
Is it like a Pop-Tart?
So that's a pie. That's a lemon pie. They have a bunch of different pies. There's an apple pie. There's like a custard pie.
Okay.
It's like
I'm going to open it.
You should take a bite of that.
It's cute. It's a cute little pie.
Right?
Are you supposed to bake it?
No.
No.
But it's fresh. Like you
Pre-baked.
can't, that'll mold.
I'm going to have a bite.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's subtle. For lemon flavor, it's not like hitting you. Like it's not like it's subtle.
I was expecting a McDonald's apple pie kind of a vibe. It's creamy, very doughy.
Yep.
Rob, you can have the other end if you like.
But that's not just what a tasty cake is. There's like all different types of tasty. I said tasty cake. These are like fake Twinkies, kind of.
Okay.
They're
A
crimpets,
takeoff.
and they have like a butterscotch crimpet. There's ones that have.
So
I
the
feel
brand,
like I'm doing an ad.
the brand is Tasty Cake, and they do a multitude of different cakey
these
things.
ones are like these are like some of the best. They're like peanut
incredible.
butter, chocolate.
Okay.
There's like cake. You should try them.
And when are you
Candy
eating
cakes.
them? Like after dinner? Is it a dessert?
Honestly, in the house I grew up in, you were just eating. We ate. We're
Yeah, okay.
Italian. My mom was Italian, and we were just eating morning, noon, and night. You were sad, you ate. You're tired, you had a little snack.
These are great. This is like a marshmallow treat.
Yes. And it's just cake in there. It's like the same cake that's in this thing, but it's covered in peanut butter and chocolate.
Do you have a promo code if anyone wants to buy these?
Dude, you know what? You can go on the website and ship them everywhere. But here's the thing. For this company was just a Philly family company for like a long time. I don't know. I'm not great with numbers. But in like the early 2000s, they went public. And they got bought out by some like big corporation. And pre-2010 Tasty Cake, all of us would be like we'd have to freeze it. We'd have to cut it all out.
Oh, they changed the recipe?
It was so much better before.
You'd
be blissed out right now for 5 minutes.
When they change an iconic recipe like that as a cost-cutting thing, it's the worst thing in the world. In New Zealand, we had a drink called Milo, and it's this chocolatey beverage. Got bought out, changed the recipe. Everyone hated it so much that they changed it back. Like people were so outraged.
I'm not even sure what they changed.
I mean, this still tastes great.
It's so good.
I can't imagine what it was like before. Thank you.
I'm still eating.
Tasty Cake with a K.
You were pretty spot on with the Pop-Tart, though. I feel like that crust was similar.
I feel like this brand is just ripping off other brands and like repackaging them as their own.
It's like, oh, you want a Twinkie, but you don't? Okay, there's a Pennsylvania version of a Twinkie. Pennsylvania version of a ho-ho. You know what I'm saying?
You've got so many things in that bag.
Yeah, how deep is that
I wish
bag?
I had like something crazy in here, like to pull out like a little figure or something. But yeah, these are really good too. These are basically like ho-hos or whatever, but they're like just chocolate.
I love a sweet treat, so this is right up my alley.
It's a great way to break it fast.
Fuck yeah. This middle?
Yeah.
What is that in there?
It's like a buttercream, but not.
Have you not had the real versions of that?
Oh, this is delicious.
With
cream
the
feels really
Hostess, yeah.
Like a Hostess or like a Little Debbie's.
Holy shit, this is great.
Listen, man.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Is that better than a Hostess?
I'm going to say yeah. When you eat a Tasty Cake, you're going to get way less like that chemically preservative thing that you get when you have like a Twinkie or like a Little Debbie's.
It tastes almost identical, though.
What I didn't have in here, which I should have brought, was they make a honey bun, and they're like this big. They're huge. If you could eat one honey bun and not have to eat for 3 days. And in jail, they're worth $100. Like maybe more.
Anthony, thank you. These are amazing.
I love where I'm from. It's cool. I love Philly and Pennsylvania. And yeah, I was happy to be able to give you guys some mouth pleasure.
I feel like
Cut that out.
What?
Don't let me
That's
say this.
staying
I was
in.
happy to be able to give you guys some tasty cakes.
Whoa.
That's what happens.
Whoa. Ease down.
Yeah,
Ease down there.
it's the camera.
We're going to do a new monthly
Yeah.
episode.
It's like a bonus episode.
We're doing this because David and I both have a deep love for music, though. And
We do.
want to incorporate this more into the show.
The idea is like we want to get in musicians that we love. And at the end of the segment, you'll perform some beautiful songs for us. But we sort of want to talk about a little bit about you, but also learn about a specifically American thing through your eyes. And with you, I think you have a very specific view on sobriety in America. And you've been through a lot of things that have led you to that point. And so that's what we're going to dig into.
That's great.
But I suppose before we get into that, I'd just love to know a little bit about, I guess, what you're currently
Yeah,
up
just
to
who
in
you
the
are.
world of
Who you
music.
are.
Yeah, there's going to be people watching that are like, who is this guy with the bag and the tasty cakes? I feel like you're in so many projects and have done so many things. This could be quite a difficult question, but just give us like a little top note version.
All I am is somebody who really, really loves music. I'm so bad at like, I'm not going to like, I've been in a lot of bands. I'm so bad at talking about myself. Like, and my whole thing has been trying to make music the star.
But Anthony is Anthony Green from Circa Survive, Sounds of Animals Fighting, Saosin.
Yeah.
And Anthony Green.
And the Anthony Green
Anthony
band.
Green. Am I missing anything?
Fucking whatever.
Did I miss any?
No, fucking whatever.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, LS Tunes.
And LS
LS
Dunes.
Dunes.
You have so many bands that I
suffer from a rare condition known as too many bands.
yes.
When did this condition start? Has always been in you?
I want to say I was born with it. I was in 6 bands at 2 months old. I actually started my very first band, I think, when I was like 12 or 13. I was all by myself. And I was just playing in my room, and it was called Pawn. Pawn.
Yeah, what?
I didn't even know how to play chess.
It's sort of one of those like
I didn't
nothing
even know how to
names,
play
isn't
chess.
it?
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
the lowest chess piece.
I thought you were saying porn in David's accent.
P-O-R-N.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
how you say it in New
It's
Zealand?
more edgy. Yeah.
Pawn.
Yeah. It's wow. Pretty much though. It's not that far off.
Will you say porn?
I'd say like, yeah, porn. Like that's
Yeah,
pornography.
that was
like
your
porn.
band.
Pornography.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more Flightless Bird. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Support for Flightless Bird comes from Rag & Bone. Now, we've all been there. I've been there. You've been there. Rob, you've definitely been there. I know this. Winter arrives. You start digging through your closet for warmer clothes and nothing feels quite right anymore. So a whole year's gone by. And well, those beat up pants from college, probably time to retire them entirely. It's time to upgrade to Rag & Bone's infused denim.
Yeah, you used to have to choose between jeans that looked great and jeans that actually lasted. With Rag & Bone, you can finally get both. Jeans built to move with you, hold their shape, and develop character over time. Nothing feels better than jeans that feel lived in. You don't want a pair of stiff jeans that look brand new.
I haven't owned jeans in quite a long time until Rag & Bone came on as a sponsor. I now have a beautiful pair of jeans, and you might even see them on the show at one point if you watch YouTube.
People have started calling you Cool Dave since you started wearing
They have.
some Rag &
They
Bone's
have.
jeans.
They don't just call me Brave It anymore for my bravery. They also call me Cool Dave. The wash is where the infused denim really shines. Each pair goes through an 8-step over-dye process, giving rich, layered tones and deep dimensional shades that look polished yet effortless. Over time, the color and texture evolve, adding even more character the longer you wear them.
And they have more than just denim. They've perfected everything from buttery soft tees and elevated essentials to jackets and knits to pull your whole look together. It's premium wardrobe staples meant to last and made to live in.
So, if you're anything like me, it's time to upgrade your denim with Rag & Bone. For a limited time, our listeners get 20% off their entire order with code BIRD at rag-bone.com.
That's 20% off at rag-bone.com with promo code BIRD. When they ask where you heard about them, please support our show and let them know we sent you.
Support for Flightless Bird comes from Factor. Now, fall always feels like a reset between back to school, busy routines, shorter days. I hate the shorter days. And finding time to cook, it can be tough. That's why I love Factor. Their chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious, no matter how hectic this season and end of the year gets.
Yeah, it's really nice to have these Factor meals, and they have shakes and bars and all these other little things. When the boys wake up in the morning, they like to just feed themselves breakfast, so they often will just grab a Factor item and start eating.
Yeah, I find knowing they're just sitting in my fridge ready to go and they're going to be delicious, it takes the stress out of thinking, what the hell am I going to eat for dinner tonight? It's all sorted. And for the first time, they also have Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and even more. There's so much variety with Factor. You can choose from a whole wide selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices as well, like salmon and shrimp and that kind of stuff, at no extra cost.
From more choices to better nutrition, that's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. Feel the difference no matter your routine.
Eat smart at factormeals.com/bird50off and use code bird50off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year.
That's code BIRD50OFF at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year.
Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying order renewing subscription purchase. No, I think part of why we thought it would be good to kind of do this, I feel, I don't know if you find the same thing, but I feel like whenever there are shows or podcasts with musicians, if you're just talking about the music, it can get kind of boring. It's like you just want to hear the music. Like talking about music, I find kind of insufferable. It's like we just want to hear the music.
I get it.
And we're going to hear your music at the end. But what I sort of wanted to talk to you about is something that you've come to this place of being completely sober right now, apart from sugar, obviously, you're handing out to us. And coffee.
Psychedelics.
But I guess I'm sort of curious to talk about how you got to that point, because I ultimately want to sort of figure out like what sobriety is like in America. So maybe a good place to start is just kind of understanding why you felt you needed to get sober in the first place and what took you to that point. I know it's like quite an intense thing to suddenly jump into.
No, that's actually kind of fair. And I think the little food intro kind of can kind of go along with it, just because that was like the first thing I think I was addicted to.
Food?
Yeah.
Any particular type or just like sugar?
Just comfort food. Just eating, just eating for the feel good. And when I was a kid, there was always food in my house. It was the type of thing where I was like, I come home, get teased about, coming home sad from being teased about being chubby. And, it would be 9:00 and my mom would be like, here's some pizza. Come on, let's have some pizza. Come on, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It was like a thing where I started as like a kid being like, oh, well, I can just do things that make me feel good. Like this makes me feel good right now. Like, sort of running from something. And I don't know if like sobriety is different for everybody. It really, and I think right now it's real convoluted because everybody's trying to sell you a method that's going to work, that worked for them, but just because it works for them, it's not going to work for everybody. And there are people who, were, couldn't stop drinking, and now will smoke marijuana. And I wonder is that sobriety?
You're like LA sober, right?
Right, or California sober, or like, when I was getting clean this last time, microdosing helped me immensely. I've gone to NA and AA meetings where you're in a space where people who are on methadone maintenance or people who are on Suboxone maintenance are considered not sober. And so who gets to decide what that is? If you are living a life, for me, all of my issues came from how I felt about myself, not feeling like enough, not feeling like I was worth it. And so when I started to figure out how to actually deal with those issues, my need to overdo it, my need to constantly get out of the space that I was in or outside of myself, it had the volume turned down on it slightly.
Completely. So rewind to when you're a kid. You're like a bit of a chubby kid. Mm-hmm. You're eating pizza. Yeah. Mum would be feeding you. Very similar to my parents, by the way. Like we always had sugar in the house all the time.
All the time.
And if I was feeling shitty, just like eat this.
Yeah.
So I completely get that. So you think you sort of had that slight tendency from the start. But what did you get into later in life? Because from the outside, I'm thinking like you're a musician, you're touring. When you're a musician and you're successful, you just end up sort of doing everything. But like, what was the story for you? Like, how did it become a problem?
What drugs are in New Zealand?
Marijuana is like our big thing. Like, it's not legal, but that's like the main thing New Zealand is kind of known for. And then problematically, we have like methamphetamine's like a big problem there at the moment. We don't really like cocaine isn't really a thing because it's too expensive because we're too far away. So it's like meth is a problem. Weed can be a problem for some people. And alcohol is a huge thing in New Zealand because you go to study at university, like you just go to get drunk and it's accepted and we drink so much.
I think
those are our things.
I think alcohol is a pretty big issue. I think that it's just like because it's socially acceptable. It's like,
well, it's in every store. There it is.
In Applebee's.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And for some people, it's just as crippling as cocaine, heroin, meth, and all that stuff.
100%. But society has given it like a big thumbs up, and it's got wonderful packaging and all the rest of it.
Yep.
What was your thing?
I loved heroin. I got to be careful talking about it, honestly. And
you can also not talk about any of this shit as well, by the way.
I like talking. I just have to be careful. For a long time, I would not. I have to be mindful of my words, especially with heroin, because it took me a long time to disassociate from the romantic relationship that I had with it for a long time and start seeing it as this predatory, toxic thing. And even that, I switched into a mode where I made it this monster that was like out to get me. And I didn't realize, what I was doing. I was kind of making this thing, it really wasn't until I hate to go back, but when I was a kid, it was just you lived in the suburbs and like everybody was just trying things. It was marijuana was around, but like I remember being scared of marijuana as a little kid, not knowing what it was, and then like thinking like, oh, I'll never do something like that, and by like 12 or 13, you're like taking pills from your like friend's mom's cabinet just because you don't even know what it says. It just has a dizzy symbol on it where it's like somebody's dizzy on it and you're like, see what this does.
It will be something that's not boring.
We were huffing gas. We were huffing stuff from people's garages.
And does that just come from like being a bored kid, like in the suburbs?
For sure, 100%. I think there's 100% people that are just like, I'm going to try something. I want to expand my consciousness. I want to see what's up. I do think that there's probably a percentage of people that are dealing with some kind of trauma too. Mm-hmm. When those two things collide, like you're off to the races.
Yeah. Was there a moment where you realized you had to get yourself like a specific incident or a series of things where you're like, this isn't interesting or glamorous anymore and I need to try and change things?
I wish the story was better, but I made things so not glamorous for so long. I went so long with this is no longer glamorous. This is hurting me. This is hurting everything, and just kept going. I did the same thing over and over again, trying to get clean, and would relapse. And the thing that I will peg a lot of my success on this last time was for the first year of my experience, I got a shot of an opiate blocker called Sublocade once every 4 weeks. And it ostensibly made it so that like if I decided to go out and get high, it just wouldn't work. That gave me like this calm. I had a full surrender to, all right. And I had clean time before that where I knew life was better without it. You're not in the rut and you're like, this is great. And I'm you're fighting to keep it, but you don't want it. It's hard to describe. It sounds insane.
Well, I just have no idea. That's the thing. It's like I feel like an alien looking in on this.
I'm sure there's something that you can relate it to.
Yeah, I mean, addiction is addiction.
It is.
I don't drink, and I have 2 Topo Chicos a day as a result of that. It's just trading addictions and trying to find healthy ones.
And that you find that in sobriety circles all over the place, where it's like, oh, these are a bunch of people who go to AA or NA, but they all, do weird sexual shit, or they're like shopping
something
insensibly,
else.
Or they're drinking so much coffee. It's like, oh, my coffee. It's like, dude. Or they go to the gym. A lot of people will go to the gym because there's an endorphin rush there. So you like trade it. But I mean, that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? You're doing something that's good for you. It makes you feel better. as opposed to something that made you feel bad, you know? But I don't think it's bad. I hate the idea that it's bad. Like the drug use in and of itself is bad. And that even addiction in and of itself is something that you go through has to be looked at as a bad thing. It's definitely hard I hate the idea that somebody who is an addict or an addict in recovery or even somebody who's using is just inherently a bad person.
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
It's some bullshit.
This blocker that you got, was that difficult to get?
I was actually really fortunate that there's an organization called Music Cares, and they, in a situation where your insurance isn't covering something or whatever, they help musicians.
Amazing. Are you part of AA or any of those groups? Have you have any insight into that, or you're just sort of solo?
I did AA and NA for a little while, and I think there's a lot of value to it. Did not work for me.
Huh. Any idea why it didn't work?
I could sit here and say all these things about the 12-step program that I don't like, but my willingness to not perform their tasks is why it didn't work.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not doing this.
I know that people who do it, it is successful for them and it works for them, and I'm not gonna publicly say things I feel bad about, because honestly, it saves people's lives so much, you know. But not for me.
How do you hold it together and stay away from that shit? So
when this first year of taking getting these shots and having therapy, and lots of therapy, you know, drug and alcohol therapy, group therapy, I learned a lot, and I've been institutionalized a few times. I know the therapy stuff. This last time, I think the connection that I had with the people who were in my life during it really made the difference. Besides the shot, I had some people who were constantly checking in on me, who didn't let, a day go by without sending me a text, who were constantly checking in. And I relied heavily on my connection with those people during that time to help, keep my fire burning. Because it's really, you gotta give up. You kind of give up on life. Like, there was the biggest thing that I feel now, and being free of it, is just like being happy to be alive and to be having mundane moments. But the people that I had in my life this time, I've tried to get clean a lot in my life. This last time, there were a number of factors that all worked together to, I feel like, put me in a position where now I have longer than I've ever had, free from opiates and hard drugs, and I have like a connection with people who could look at me in 2 seconds and say, hey, and I don't want to mess with that. That's the thing that you get when you lose all, respect for yourself and hope for yourself, and you get the fuck it's for yourself. It's easy to be like, I want to save everybody from my life and I can just cancel. It's kind of a cop-out. And you have people in your life who believe in you and show you like, hey, you do this for me, we do this for each other. You sort of the connection part of it is the thing that saved me.
Yeah, and you want to show up for them.
Yeah. And it's weird because people who were like down the street from me, texting me when I'm lying to them. Yeah. When I'm lying to them, when they knew, are you faded? Like, no, I'm good. And showed up and it did it in a way where they knew that I was suffering, and they gave me the compassion and the benefit of the doubt, which I think is what, I needed. And I feel like I see people who are suffering that need that.
It must be such a nice relief to be at this point, not to be like lying to people
every day.
That's so nice.
Every day. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember getting gas, watching a guy go into Wawa, which is a place where you get tasty cakes. I don't touch the bag anymore.
Yeah.
But, and seeing this guy just walking to Wawa and being like, I was sitting in my car on my way to go get heroin. Fentanyl. I say heroin, but it was heroin 20 years ago. Everything I was doing in my last run was all straight fentanyl, which is crazy to say.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
I remember watching this guy and thinking like, I would do anything to be upset about whatever he's upset about. Like, I would do anything to know what that is like right now, because I couldn't 1 second. I couldn't have 1 second. When shit gets stressful or stuff with my job gets weird or stuff with anything gets weird, it is kind of a helpful reminder to like every day, it's like better than your worst day, you know? It gives you this perspective that you wouldn't have had without it.
I'm trying to figure out America, and it's incredibly complicated, and it's like 50 countries in one. But there are huge problems here, obviously, with like what you went through. Like there's people that are looking for an escape, and there's no resources to really help. You're kind of on your own, and you're relying on these programs or friends like you had, or being able to finally like hit a bottom where you can do something and try and pull yourself out. But do you look at this country and kind of go, oh God, it's a problem here, right? Like America has some fucking problems.
Yeah,
how do we even begin to reckon with that?
Handles it.
Culturally, it seems like there's a cognitive dissonance about what addiction really is. Because it seems like there's this socially acceptable stuff, and then there's the stuff that's like bad. But there's this weird line that gets drawn. You know?
And if you're doing the bad stuff, you're a bad person that's made terrible decisions, and you deserve all your shit, right?
Right. I have a friend that needs fentanyl is making sure she would be in excruciating pain. It's like saving her life. She has to get this patch. She doesn't, you know, and her health insurance situation is pretty fucked because of this current administration, but that's another thing. But my experience with getting, you know, going through all of the addiction stuff I went through was that of somebody who was like, had parents that had insurance and had parents that like, if I needed something, you know, at some point, you know, there was a point where I was out of the house where it was like, you know, but even then you had
fallbacks.
I had fallbacks. I had so much help. You know, I couldn't speak to what it's like for somebody in America who's like actually going through it without all of the help that I had, you know, because I had help all the time. And I had at every stage of it, there was like, you know, resources there for me that I don't know if is there for everybody else. But you're certainly right to say that things are fucked up.
Stay tuned for more Flightless Bird. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Support comes from Calm. David,
Yes.
where do you know where this ad
It comes from Calm. Calm. C-A-L-M.
Is anyone else feeling like this year's flying by way too fast? That where did the time go anxiety is real and can leave you feeling scattered and behind.
Yeah, Calm gives you permission to slow down even when everything else is speeding up.
The pressure to make the most of these final months of the year is very real. I feel like we're feeling it. We're trying to jam so much into it. So it's very nice to have Calm to take a beat and meditate.
Yeah, Calm, that's C-A-L-M, is the tool I reach for to release stress and find space to breathe, even on the busiest days. It's the #1 app for sleep and meditation, and it's here to help you feel better. So yeah, they do the meditations, the guided meditations, but they also have really good content to get you to sleep. Sleep stories, sleep meditations, and calming music to help you drift off. At this time of the year, when I get incredibly stressed, I go to bed and my brain is just thinking of all the things that I'm meant to be doing tomorrow. The sleep stories knock me right out.
Calm your mind, change your life. Calm has an exclusive offer for our listeners of the show. They can get 40% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/bird.
This is an amazing value. Go to calm.com/bird for 40% off unlimited access to Calm's entire library. Calm.com/bird. And tell Calm, C-A-L-M, you heard about them from me. Support for Flightless Bird comes from Bombas. Now, at this time of the year, it's sensory overload everywhere. We keep saying this. We're feeling it. You're feeling it. But one feeling we're still chasing? Cozy. And Bombas has socks, slippers, tees, and everything to get you there.
Honestly, there's something weirdly therapeutic about fresh socks, and the sock scientists at Bombas have found a way to channel that energy into everything from slippers with sink-in cushioning and to satisfyingly weighty tees. And that feeling doesn't stop after just one wear, it keeps going.
They have all sorts of socks. They've got socks if you're running, that's really good for your sweaty feet. There's dress socks on there, and there's the socks that I really like that are plain but have these 3 white stripes at the top, and I really, really like wearing them.
Well, and it's gifting season, so they've got socks for anyone that you can think of.
Oh yeah, if there's a sock style or look that you want, I'm pretty confident Bombas will have it. And we haven't even gotten to the best part about this whole thing. For every pair of Bombas you purchase, Bombas donates one to someone facing homelessness on your behalf. So anytime you get something cozy, someone else does too.
Head over to bombas.com/bird and use code BIRD for 20% off your first purchase.
That's BOMBAS.com/bird, code BIRD at checkout. I think it's something about this country I'll never quite wrap my head around, where it's this it's so individualistic, and it's that idea that like if you work hard enough, you can make anything happen. And it's so amazing. Like, look at that. But like if you have any kind of problems, it's seen as like being your problem.
Yep.
And like no one will help you and it's your fault you're there. And that's just such a weird attitude in my mind.
It's not, when you think about it, because everything is about like, oh, how we need to collect my car, my house, and I need to make for my family. Everything's about your little castle that you're building. It's not about community. It's not about shared anything. Like if you succeed, like I'm mad. I want to succeed. You know, like there's none of
I'm
that.
missing out.
Yeah, and that's how we are from the very beginning. They're getting A's, we're getting B's. There's the head of the class. There's all that stuff, and everybody's competing. Nobody's really
Prom king, prom queen, all that shit.
Yeah, and that's kind of the nature of it.
Is it weird talking about this stuff? I'm thinking like, you know how you said earlier, like you've got to be careful how you talk about this stuff. Like, is it weird? Like when you come in, you knew what you were coming here to talk about, but is it an odd thing is your brain just bouncing in a million directions, or is it fine?
So I'm gonna say yes to those things, both of those things, because I have I like crazy ADD, and I'm a 24 karat bipolar. So my brain is in almost all situations. I'm just all the time, and I find moments where I settle, and they're usually in the high stress situations. So in a situation like this, where I'm like, okay, I actually can kind of like find some kind of a calm. I don't know whether I just learned how to eat stress over the time. I don't know whether it's good. I could be like melting down. I don't really know. So I'm just kind of rolling with it.
I like that answer.
But I'm like so honored to be on here. I don't know very much. I'm a super smart guy. All of my experiences are very narrow from like a perspective of somebody who's been had lots of help, and who's been like really fortunate and gets paid to sing and all these cool things. So, I can sit here and say a lot of stuff, but like is it insightful? Is it actually, it's from this, you know what I mean? So I come from a place where I like to be listening and learning. So I like having an opinion. I have all these opinions on things, but I get scared to make a judgment call on anything, because it puts me in this place where I'm like not learning anymore, where I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I feel about it. When in reality, like I'm in constant flux. I'm always trying to learn.
That's not a very American attitude that you have.
I want to say when you said America,
and
the way you said it was just awesome, because you said R at the end of it, you America.
Yeah. And
I absolutely love it so much, because there's a Circa Survive song where I say America is burning, but I say it, America. And it's the best take of it. And I felt like our producer, Will Yip, at the time was like, that's kind of weird that you say America. And I was like, I love it. And it stayed in there. And you can hear the song, and it says, America is burning from the inside out. And when I sing it, I'll play it acoustic. It's a cool song acoustic sometimes. I'll play it and I'll sing, America is burning from the inside out. And when you said it, I was like, oh. You saw that 9 Inch Nails show?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, you were there?
I wasn't, but I've been seeing videos.
It's a good setup.
Yeah.
It's a good time for me as a 42-year-old. Growing up, my favorite bands were Oasis and 9 Inch Nails.
There it is.
And so to have them both peak at the moment, I'm like...
And DC Talk.
Why do you think that's happening right now?
I think everyone hates what's going on now and needs comforts like that.
Comfort food.
Yeah.
It's this shit, right? It's comfort food.
20 years ago when things were much more simple. I don't want to think about what's going on now.
Wow.
I think you're completely right. That's how I felt at Oasis. I was like, things are okay. Like, it's like, this is so simple, and there's some swagger and bravado, and they're singing about nothing in particular. Wonderwall, like what? Better days.
It's why people still watch like the 4th season of The Office just to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Great British Bake Off.
Yeah, comfort. Because the world's so fucking weird.
Yeah, that's where the tasty cakes come from.
Uh-huh.
Where the fentanyl comes from. It's all part of
You're going to perform a few songs for us, which I'm very fucking excited for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait, David and I went out and saw the Ellis Dune show.
The Ellis Dune show at Belasco?
Yes.
That was one of the most fun shows of the tour.
It was amazing.
And I was so happy that you guys came.
It was the first time I'd seen you perform, and it was really great. It was really special.
Thank you.
And you've been back to LA 4 times since then, and I've caught you every time.
Actually, last time was my second time.
Yeah.
Third time.
3 times in like 4 months.
It's so cool.
No, it's great. I'm not complaining.
No.
Um,
I'm really lucky I get to do what I love. And I think if everybody got to do the thing they love the most, they'd have the same volume of output that I have.
Well, and you come back in completely different ways, which is even more impressive. Like, I don't even know how you rehearse and then come back within 30 days to do what you did last night.
Yeah.
Versus what you guys were doing a month ago here.
Yeah, and the energy the crowd gives back is just very fun to see.
Yes.
I mean, that's what struck me when I saw you. Is just like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's a
like
celebration.
Every word, they are there.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I think your fans have been with you and your story for so long that there is this like very deep connection you have.
Yeah, I feel really fortunate to have the community of people that are listening to me and like me and my friends. And getting to play with a band like LS Tunes is pretty exciting because the energy that's just in the room when we all walk out on stage together feels like it's already just kinetic. You know, it's just ready. It feels like there's a bomb ready to go off.
Well, you've done this thing too, where you've got like multiple super groups, which normally that's an issue with egos in bands, but clearly for you and the people you do this with, it's about making the music, which I think comes through.
All the people I play with are just people that are like really passionate about making music and make the time to do it. You know, a lot of these, like the Sound of Animals, LS Dunes, those Dunes guys, like they don't need LS Dunes. Like they get to do LS Dunes. Like we get to do, you know what I mean? So to have to be fortunate enough to be able to be like, look, we can do this for fun and share it.
Yeah.
Lucky. Yeah, you're lucky. It's fucking
I'm
great.
really, really grateful and really lucky. I don't really have any friends that don't like make music or tour in some way. I have like one friend.
I don't know if this idea is going to work or not, but I sort of had the idea of like, you're going to play us some songs, but I imagine like, hopefully one of those songs has like a sort of a story behind it or something. And I'm kind of curious to hear what that might be today.
There's 2 songs that I was going to play. One is a cover of a Fontaine's DC song that I just really like. And the other one is from my first record. It's called Miracle Sun. And I'm going to sing it with my friend Keith Goodwin, who produced the So Long Avalon record, which is like a reimagining of the first album. And the night that I wrote this song, he and I went out in Philadelphia, had like an insane experience.
Okay.
We took a bunch of psychedelics and we were at this club. And like it started to kick in. We had to get out of the club and we drove back to my house, which is in the suburbs of Philadelphia, which is only about a 45-minute, 50-minute drive, but it took us like 3 hours to get there because we were just
trying to survive.
We were in a Waymo.
Yeah, Waymo. No one was driving.
No one was driving.
It's a perfect get out of jail free card now, eh?
And we got home to my spot and we were all charged up and I ate a bunch of Xanax to go to sleep. And when I woke up, I missed a bunch of calls from my mom, who I guess was having chest pains and needed a ride to the hospital.
Oh, no.
And so my brother, who's older and more responsible and less of an asshole, he's just a good person, took care of my mother, his mom, our mom.
Oh.
And I just felt so bad afterwards.
So I couldn't imagine the guilt because you feel terrible. You have guilt even if you didn't do anything when you come out of that.
She called me. I'm the fuck up. I was the little fuck up. So she called me.
Where were you?
And then I wrote this song that day just about all the stuff I was feeling. I played it a lot in my life, but having Keith sing with me is extra special. It sounds really cool with the 2 harmonies and he's my best friend. And my favorite singer, so it's kind of cool.
And you were both doing crimes that night.
We were high. There were high crimes happening in the suburbs of Philadelphia.
I like you didn't really need to implicate him in any of that. but you decided it didn't change the story at all.
In any way.
Did his mom call you first and then him?
Well, I will tell you, my mom loves him.
She might have.
Her favorite singer, she tells me all the time, makes him food, brings him food, like makes him stuffed peppers, makes him like cookies, like these Italian cookies. Like,
is your mum still making comfort food when you go home?
Yeah. On this week that I had off before this tour, I went to visit them and she gave me these they're called pizzelles.
What the fuck is a pizzelle?
It's like a flat.
You can't just say pizzelle.
It's pizzelle. It's a flat. It looks like a snowflake. It's very thin.
Okay.
It's like a thin. It's
cookie?
like this. It's a cookie.
It's a cookie. What flavor?
They usually have ones that are like kind of vanilla with a little bit of anise. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what that is?
Aniseed?
It's like licorice.
Oh, right. Yeah,
it's
licorice.
like licorice.
Yeah, licorice. Aniseed.
You say licorice, I'll say licorice.
Okay, so it's like a licorice cookie?
Different pronunciation.
It's has a little bit of licorice dropped in there, and it's flat. And I don't like it, but she'll make it with me without the licorice.
Oh, that's so kind.
I love how you say licorice.
We were playing Anaheim the other night, and now I walked off stage. I was like, "Thank you, Anaheim." I'm glad you liked it because nobody else heard it. I was like, "Did anybody hear me say Anaheim? Did anybody?" So this song is Miracle Sun. I wrote it after a night of doing crimes with Kiki. I upset my mom, and I wrote it the next day.
Oh, you're so good. Thank you.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Where do you go when it gets dark? And is there room for me there? How long will it take you to wake up? Before you go, will you wake me? Will you wake me up? Or I'll sleep all day. Miracle sun, stay with me tonight. We don't wanna be without you. Well, come along, so save a place for us. We don't wanna be left alone. Where do you go when it gets dark? And is there room for me there? How long will it take you to wake up? Make a promise to wake me. Will you wake me up? Or I'll sleep all day and miss everything. Miracle sun, stay with me tonight. We don't wanna be without you. We'll come along, so save a place for us. We don't wanna be left And this next one is a cover of one of my favorite Fontaine's DC songs, Bug. So This Is the One, right? Yeah. That's the type of pressure I need. Change my name to promise you, yeah. Dying inside cause I want to, yeah. Didn't I say I wanted to, yeah. Honey, I changed before you, yeah. 28 years coming to end. The rain chased me down the gully again. Now I'm higher than everyone here, and dirt ain't nothing on me, yeah. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone. But baby, I swear I wanted to call, but on my way around I happened to fall. She's an MUA at Carnegie Hall, with a vanity mirror and losing it all. Well, she shacked up swift, abandoned way. Catch a sweet rain inside a beret. In it I reflected all in the day, and I will fade in the night, yeah. Will you apologize for the remainder of your life? Will you accept the charges? I promise you, yeah. Well, she curls up with her favorite son. He's the ugliest man in heaven for one. As long as nobody's fooling me there, and dirt ain't nothing on me, yeah. They threw me out like I was a wedding bouquet. Now I can't quite remember what I had to say. Now I'm higher than everyone here, and I will fade in the night, yeah. In the charmless morning, I promise you be gone. I almost felt the feeling I wanted to, yeah. I thought I was here, but I'm further than the sun. Silent as the feeling I wanted to, yeah. Well, I changed my name to promise you, yeah. It's easier than making excuses, yeah. Now I'm higher than everyone here. Dirt ain't nothing on me, yeah. That was a good one. It was because of the capo.